The overall goal of the following experiment is to observe and quantify the clinical effect of adaptive deep brain stimulation and compare it to standard stimulation. This is achieved by performing a passive recording from the deep brain stimulation or DBS electrodes of post-operative Parkinson's patients and performing spectral analysis on bipolar montages to identify the optimal contacts for simultaneous stimulation and recording. As a second step, standard continuous clinical monopolar stimulation is performed at the identified contact to determine the parameters that confer clinical improvement such as tremor suppression. Next, intermittent stimulation is performed according to beta amplitude in order to identify trigger thresholds appropriate for adaptive stimulation, which can then be tested against standard continuous stimulation. The results show improvements in clinical outcome with adaptive stimulation compared with standard high-frequency stimulation, despite significant reductions in electrical charge delivery and time on stimulation.
The main advantage of this technique over existing methods, like conventional high-frequency stimulation, is that in acute studies it reduces overall stimulation and therefore saves the battery, as well as improving motor performance.
The implications of this technique extend towards therapy of other neurological and neuropsychiatric disorders treated with DBS, because other conditions, such as tremor, also fluctuate and therefore may be amenable to an adaptive stimulation approach. The idea for this method